Because starting over in anything inherently requires learning,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It by definition is I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's this space of birthing.
Yeah. 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 And taking that awkward silence to breathe and be like, I'm not sure what you meant. What
Mhm. Mhm.
do you do you mean that, oh, I recorded that like months ago and I just replayed it, girl. But it was a good experience. You can make it fun, you know?
You can make it fun.
Yeah, but I realized like I processed that in the moment when I did it. When I walked back to my table, I was like, why did I just do that? And it wasn't beating myself up because I can do that. I can get into like, oh, you're doing it again, Marissa. Why are you showing up like that? Or you can be like, why did I just do that?
Mhm.
And reflect on that. And then
Mhm.
try, another, like communicating with another person is another opportunity to practice this new way of being. So I was like, I'll have another opportunity. It's fine.
Exactly. Because the power is in, I think there's, in what you said, there's two. Hold on, I want to shout out to Amara. Hi, Amara. She put a
Hey,
shout out.
girl.
Um, I think there's two parts to that, right?
Mhm.
Um, the the awareness
Mhm.
is power.
Mhm.
Because now I get to use that awareness
Mhm.
in my next encounters, in my next step, my next right. I get to use that awareness. I get to build on that awareness.
Mhm.
And then there is the actual practicing,
Yeah.
right? There's the actual building on
Mhm.
that awareness.
Yeah.
And both are so very powerful. But what's powerful to me is that word practicing, because what it means is I get to become,
Mhm.
right? I get
Mhm.
to become this new person, this new way of being. I
Yeah.
get to become this new awareness, which means, oh, I got it better next time. Oh, I did. Oh, I didn't like that. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna switch that up. Or I get to.
Yeah.
Oh, mm, no, next time do that differently, right? I get to practice it. I get to habitualize it. I get
Yeah.
to, like you said, I get to play with it a little bit.
Yeah.
I get to feel it out.
Yeah.
I don't have to have the perfect right answer just because I have the awareness.
Yeah. 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 And that for me, it's called um integration, right? We
Yes.
learn something new. We learn a new thing about ourselves, or we do this excavation to see what's going on in here. And then it's like, okay, let's put it into practice. And there
Mhm.
is some integration time that we get to have. I
Mhm.
I am very guilty of learning something new and ready to put it into practice right
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Me too. Me too.
right? And then get upset when it's not right, like the way that I heard it and the way that I understood it when I learned it. And it's like, girl, easy. Take some time to put it into practice. And over time, like you said, habitualize it. Over time, it will become a part of who you are,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But like right away, it may feel clunky and you may get it quote unquote wrong, but every opportunity to connect with another person is another opportunity to start over it again, right?
Mhm.
So starting
Mhm.
over for me is so layered. It could be
Mhm.
each day, it could be in each relationship, it could be
Mhm.
in
Mhm.
a new city, it could be in a new job.
Mhm.
It's starting over can be as small as waking up the next day with a new attitude or as big as moving across the country, right? So
Yes. Or to another country. And I'm going to share that experience because I'm going to share that experience of moving to Portugal right now in a minute, because that's what comes up for me when we talk about trusting the process.
mhm.
Woo! Okay, I'm getting ready to share that. But I want to address this first, this comment, imposter syndrome,
Mhm,
as it relates to starting over. I
mhm,
thank you so much for bringing that, because they are, I feel like they can be so related and so connected.
mhm,
Because imposter syndrome is the feeling of they're going to find me out.
mhm, mhm,
It's the feeling of, oh God, they're going to peek under this mask and they're going to see my real face.
mhm.
It's the feeling of, ooh, I've been speaking and posing and acting and behaving as this expert or this awesome wife or whatever, right? This teacher. And today I'm feeling like, ooh, did I really, do I really know?
Yeah.
Do I really know? Especially when you're in the process of learning something new, right? A new
Mhm,
technique or a new, or you done read a book and you're like, ooh, right? And then
mhm.
all of a sudden the imposter syndrome comes in. You didn't really know what you thought you knew, or you didn't have to, ooh, you,
Mm,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
And so it's starting over. What happens is, I think the imposter syndrome comes in and robs you of the space to learn something new, robs you of the space to be in the space to practice, to
Mhm,
learn, to
mhm,
fall and to get up again, to be in
mhm,
the space to say, I don't know, but I'll get back to you. I'm not sure, but I'm going to figure that out. I'll go get the answer. I'll come back. Right?
mhm.
Oh, I messed up. To your child, that wasn't
Yeah.
right. You know what? Let's start over, because
Mhm.
what I just did was not right. Right?
Yeah.
I apologize. Right? Imposter syndrome robs you of that space.
Yeah. Yeah. And you could know 98% of a thing, but if there's like this 2% thought like, I don't know the answer to this question and this question, then all of a sudden everything. I don't know anything.
I don't know anything. The black and white, right? Like all or nothing.
All or nothing. And it's like, girl, that has no, that there's no space for that. And I have been really going inward and saying this to myself. Like, I am not my thoughts. I'm an observer of my thoughts. So this whole
Mm.
imposter thing that these thoughts keep talking about, confusing. I don't know them. Like
Ooh,
we yeah, go ahead. This I saw this in the on the back end. Okay, I'm gonna read it. As an
go
artist,
ahead.
I'm so open to practicing. How do we open space to do that more with folks that are not open to practicing? Ooh,
Can I
ooh.
add a question? Can I add a question
Go
to
ahead.
that? Do we open space with the folks
Mm,
that are not open to practicing?
mm. That's the one. That is the one. It's giving discernment. That's what I'm hearing.
It is,
Yeah.
because I'll ask you a question. I'm gonna give an antidote that's real.
Okay.
So when I was in the military and I was having debilitating pain in my neck, and I went to the chiropractor, and he gave me exercises to do. It's a partnership.
Hmm.
It's a relationship. When I go back the next week, his question is, are you open to doing the practicing?
Mm.
And guess what happens if I repeatedly come back to this relationship and I'm not open to doing the practicing? Guess what happens?
He's just like, I don't, but you're not going to, there's nothing that's going to change.
There's no transformation. And there's either two things that this practitioner is going to do.
Yeah.
Either they're going to allow you to continue in your not practicing and just take your money,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which really is taking advantage of you. And this can happen, listen, y'all, this can happen in any relationship, right?
Yes.
They're going to just continue taking from you,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a lopsided relationship,
Yeah.
or they're going to say, this relationship is not working.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
And guess what? If I want the relationship if I want what's happening in the relationship, this person who's open to practicing is holding the standards.
Mm-hmm.
He's not lowering his standard or his vibration to meet me. No, he's holding the standard. And if I
Yeah.
want, then I'm raising myself up to being open to practicing. And
Mm-hmm.
really, that might sound hard-lined, but that is, in fact, the way that I see it. And I'm coming from a place, right, of healing from trauma, of healing from toxic relationships,
Yeah.
intimately, religiously, career-wise, right? That's the way that I see it. And so we really have to have an honest conversation with ourselves, with our highest selves,
Yeah.
because what's happening in that relationship when they are not open to moving forward, to elevating, to practicing, to changing, to becoming,
Yeah.
right? Honest with yourself. And I'm going to throw the question now back to you.
Yeah.
Why, and this is going to be some introspection, what is in you that causes you to stay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is it
Mm-hmm.
mama archetype? Is it savior archetype?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is it victim archetype?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. That's a good question. So as I can just say from my own perspective, in my relationships, for me, it has been savior, right? I think I can fix everybody. Okay.
And I want to. And I want to from a genuine, authentic place.
And want to, right? But that one makes me have this superiority complex situation, thinking that I can do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then secondly, that creates a transactional relationship. That means I can do something to fix you. And then you're going to be grateful and show me love and show me that I'm enough and I'm worthy of, being in relationship with you, right? And so that is the space that I in particular have been navigating. Like, I'm not here to align myself with people that I can fix. I would like to align myself with people who nourish me and I nourish them. And that is what a unconditional or reciprocal relationship looks like, as opposed to a transactional relationship where I'm giving something with an expectation of something in return. And so that also brings into the space of discerning who I get to practice with, right?
Yes. Because you have that authority, because you
Bringing
have that inner power and that inner authority.
Yes. So I get to practice with people who want to be reciprocal, not with people I need to fix, because if I am, or people who are not open to the practicing, because there's people who want to just receive whatever it is that I'm giving, right? But they're not willing to give back. And then I'm all upset because I thought that they were going to give me something.
Because they said they would.
And they said they
sometimes.
would, right? So,
and here's the lovely thing. They want you to be practicing. Oh, here's the beautiful thing. They want you. They want you to be practicing and to be elevating and to be transforming.
Yeah.
So that they can feed off of that.
Yeah. Right.
So, ooh, that was beautiful. Thank you for that question. Thank you for that question. That was beautiful. Yeah.